heaven and hell. Angels of state of the angels in heaven. 154. By changes of state of the angels are meant their changes as to love and faith, and wisdom and intelligence therefrom, thus their changes as to states of life. States are predicated of life and of the things that are of life, and as angelic life is a life of law and faith, and of wisdom and intelligence therefrom, so states are predicated of these and are called states of law and faith, and states of wisdom and intelligence. How these states with the angels are changed will now be told. 155. Angels are not constantly in the same state as to life, and consequently not in the same state as to wisdom, for all their wisdom is from, and according to life. Sometimes they are in a state of intense love, sometimes in a state of law not intense. The state decreases by degrees from its greatest to its least intensity. When in their greatest degree of love, they are then in the light and warmth of their life, or in a clear and delightful state, but when in their least degree, they are in shade and cold, or in their obscured and undelightful state. From this last state they return again to the first, and so on, these alternations following one after another with variety. There is a sequence of these states like the varied states of light and shade, of heat and cold, or like morning, noon, evening and night, day after day in the world with unceasing variety throughout the year. There is also a correspondence. Morning corresponding to the state of their love in its clearness, noon to the state of their wisdom in its clearness, evening to the state of their wisdom in its obscurity, and night to a state of no love and wisdom. But it should be known that there is not correspondence of night with the states of life of those in heaven, although there is what corresponds to the dawn that precedes morning. The correspondence of night is with those who are in hell. From this correspondence, day and year in the word signify states of life in general. Heat and light signify love and wisdom. Morning the first and highest degree of love. Noon wisdom in its light. Evening wisdom in its shade. Dawn the obscurity that precedes the morning. While night signifies the deprivation of law and wisdom. In heaven there is no state corresponding to night, but there is one corresponding to the dawn that precedes morning. And 61:10. The dawn signifies the middle state between the last and the first. Alternations of state in respect of enlightenment and perception occur in heaven, like the times of day in the world. In the word day and year signify all states in general. Morning signifies the beginning of a new state, and a state of love. Evening signifies the state of declining light and love. Night signifies the state of no love and faith. 156. Together with the state of the angels' interiors which pertain to their love and wisdom, the states of various things outside them appearing before their eyes are changed. For the things outside them take on an appearance in accordance with the things within them. But what these things are and what kind of things they are will be told in subsequent sections dealing with representatives and appearances in heaven. 157. Every angel undergoes and passes through such changes of state, and so does each society in general. Yet each one there differently from another because they differ in love and wisdom. Those in the middle being in a more perfect state than those round about as far as the boundaries. It would be rather long drawn out to specify the differences, since each one undergoes changes in accordance with the quality of his love and faith. From this it comes about that while one may be in his clearness and delight, another is in his obscurity and lack of delight, and this, at the same time within the same society. So, too, the state differs in different societies, and will be different in the societies of the celestial kingdom from what it is in those of the spiritual kingdom. These changes of state differ in general like the variations of the states of the days in different climates on the earth. For with some it is morning when with others it is evening, and with some it is hot when with others it is cold, and vice versa. 158. I have been informed from heaven why there are such changes of state there. The angel said that there are many reasons. First, the delight of life and of heaven which they have from the love and wisdom that are from the Lord, would gradually become worthless if they were in it continually, as is the case with those who are in delights and pleasures without variety. The second reason is that angels as well as men have a proprium, and this consists in loving self. All in heaven are withheld from their proprium, and in so far as they are withheld from it by the Lord, to that extent they are in love and wisdom. But so far as they are not withheld they are in the love of self, and because everyone loves his proprium and it draws him, they have changes of state or successive alternations. A third reason is that they are in this way perfected, for they thus establish a habit of being held in love to the Lord and of being withheld from the love of self. Also by alternations between delight and lack of delight, the perception and sensation of good becomes more exquisite. The angels added that the Lord does not bring about their changes of state, since he, as a sun is unceasingly flowing in with heat and light, that is, with love and wisdom. But the cause is in themselves in that they love what is their proprium and this continually leads them away. This was illustrated by comparison with the sun of the world, showing that the cause of the changes of state of heat and cold, and of light and shade, year by year and day by day, is not in that sun which remains stationary, but the cause is in the earth. Man's proprium is loving self. This has to be separated, for the Lord to be present. It is indeed actually separated, when anyone is held in good by the Lord. The angels are perfected to eternity. In the heavens one state is never exactly like another, and hence there is perpetual perfection. 159. I have been shown how the Lord, as a sun, appears to the angels of the celestial kingdom in their first state, how in their second, and how in their third state. The Lord as a sun was at first seen, golden red and glittering with a splendor that cannot be described. It was said that such was the appearance of the Lord as a sun to the angels in their first state. Afterwards there appeared a great dark belt about the sun, and by this its first glow and brilliancy which gave it such splendor began to be dulled. It was said that such is the appearance of the sun to them in their second state. Then the belt seemed by degrees to grow more dark and the sun to appear less glowing, until at length it became quite white. It was said that such is the appearance of the sun to them in their third state. After this, that whiteness was seen to move to the left towards the moon of heaven, and to add itself to the light of it, in consequence of which the moon then shone with unwonted splendor. It was said that such is the fourth state of those in the celestial kingdom and the first state of those in the spiritual kingdom, and that in both kingdoms changes of state have such alternations, although not in the whole kingdom at once, but in one society after another. Further, it was said that these alternations are not fixed, but come upon them sooner or later without their knowledge. It was, moreover, stated that the sun in itself is not thus changed or moved, but it takes on this appearance in accord with the successive progressions of their states, since the Lord appears to every one in accord with what his state is, thus glowing when one is in intense love, and less glowing and finally white as his love subsides. The quality of each one's state is represented by the dark belt that induces upon the sun these apparent variations in its flame and light. 160. When angels are in the last of these states, which is when they are in their proprium, they begin to be sad. I have spoken with them when they were in that state and have seen their sadness, but they said that they hoped soon to return to their former state, and thus, as it were, into heaven again. For to them it is heaven to be withheld from their opprobrium. 161. There are also changes of states in the hells, but these will be described later when hell is treated of. Next, I will post an article that says Time in Heaven. Thank you.